Hi, it's T. Carlson here. Casper the Friendly Ghost is certainly one of the most famous cartoon characters of all time, having starred in many animated series and crossovers over the years. And in 1995, everyone's favorite Friendly Ghost made his feature film debut, which has now gotten a 4K release courtesy of Universal. Today we're looking at Casper from 1995. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. Good close-up there with Casper, his three uncles, and our two human leads. Spine text, back cover, art under the cover is pretty much the same. We get a digital code. Again, I already used this, so don't bother trying it. We get the film on a Blu-ray disc, which I'm fairly certain is identical to the previously released one, and then we have a 4K disc of the film as well. Home is where the haunt is. Ghost therapist Dr. James Harvey and his daughter Kat arrive at drafty old Whipstaff Manor. Its greedy owner, Corrigan Crittenden, has hired Dr. Harvey to exorcise the house's expirations. A friendly but lonely young ghost named Casper, who's just looking for a friend, and his outrageous uncles, Stretch, Stinky, and Fatso, the ghostly trio. If the plan works, she and Dibs, her partner in slime, can get their hands on the manor's fabled treasure. Meanwhile, Casper has found a kindred spirit in Kat, but the ghostly trio will not tolerate fleshies in their house. With hilarious antics and dazzling special effects from many of the creators of Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Jurassic Park, Casper is a mile-a-minute adventure comedy for the whole family. I don't think there's anyone out there who doesn't know who Casper the Friendly Ghost is. It was a famed comic series and cartoon series, and adapting that property for the big screen was certainly no easy task, since a lot of the cartoons tended to follow the same approach of Casper going out trying to make friends, but being reviled by all because he's a scary ghost. In this particular film, we have a father and daughter portrayed by Bill Pullman and Christina Ricci coming to exorcise the demons from this house, being hired by a greedy old socialite portrayed by Kathy Moriarty and her slimy lawyer portrayed by Eric Idle of Monty Python fame. And it's not long before the two move in and they have plenty of ghostly encounters. Kat and Casper certainly form a bond, but they also become victims of the ghostly trio of Stretch, Fatso, and Stinky, who want to get the so-called fleshies out of their house. And these three certainly are the source of plenty of the laughs in the film. I think the movie does try to do a little too much. Like, there's a subplot about Kat trying to fit in at school and trying to hold a party at the manor. But this ultimately feels like it's a little half-baked in the grand scheme of things. Then you have the plot of Moriarty and Idle's character trying to find the treasure that's supposedly hidden in the manor. And there's even a backstory for Casper regarding his death and how he's forgotten a lot of the things that he once knew in life. Just fair warning, this is a PG-rated film, but death is a pretty big part of the story here. And you might want to exercise some caution if you're going to show this movie to very young children. The CG effects throughout the film, even though they're a little dated 30 years later, actually do hold up pretty well. These characters certainly have a lot of personality, and there was no expense spared when it came to putting this production together. Casper's not a perfect film. It does tend to be a little uneven and go all over the place in terms of its narrative structure, but overall I think the good outweighs the bad. It's certainly a fun film, and one that I was happy to revisit. Universal brings Casper to 4K, and I'm happy to say this is a very nice improvement over prior releases of the film. I'm guessing this was probably mastered from the same source that was used for the previous Blu-ray release, but in native 4K, it looks absolutely fantastic. The effects actually hold up fairly well. Understandably, there are some optical effects here and there that haven't exactly aged the best and will never look great, no matter the amount of remastering that's done. But overall, it's a fantastic looking disc. I don't think fans will be disappointed. And we do get a fair amount of bonus features. As always, Universal remains the company that actually puts bonus features on the 4K disc instead of just relegating them to the Blu-ray. We get a DVD era making of featurette, a deleted scene. We get even some vintage Casper cartoons, so you can go back and see where this character sort of got his origins. There's even an audio commentary track with the director. Regarding bonus features, my only real complaint is they did not include any episodes of the 1990s Casper animated series, which featured a lot of people from the movie reprising their roles in voiceover form. This is a pretty nice package from Universal here. Casper's not a perfect film, but it's certainly a lot of fun. The special effects were certainly aces in their day, and they hold up pretty well to this day. The film's a lot of fun, the picture quality is great, and we even get a decent amount of supplements, so very highly recommended. How about you? Were you a fan of this cinematic take on Casper? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Timothy Carlson. See you next time.